Without the magic of Disney, we cannot imagine our childhood today. Yet it is even much more difficult to imagine that it all started with a single man, whose career started with failed experiment, but his perseverance and passion never let the haters stop his chase of crazy dream. Walt Disney, an American entrepreneur, voice actor, animator, and film producer, is not a stranger to controversy but is credited for his animated film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and for being the winner of 26 Academy Awards. We have collected these quotes which might inspire you to make dreams a reality. Quotes by Walt Disney. 1. If you can dream it, you can do it. 2. We keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things, because we're curious and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. 3. Mickey Mouse is, to me, a symbol of independence. He was a means to an end. 4. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. 5. When you're curious, you find lots of interesting things to do. 6. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. 7. You can design and create, and build the most wonderful place in the world. But it takes people to make the dream a reality. 8. All the adversity I've had in my life, all my troubles and obstacles, have strengthened me. 9. You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. 10. There is more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island. 11. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. 12. Disneyland will never be completed. It will continue to grow as long as there is imagination left in the world. 13. Times and conditions change so rapidly that we must keep our aim constantly focused on the future. 14. When you believe in a thing, believe in it all the way, implicitly and unquestionable. 15. Laughter is America's most important export. 16. Animation offers a medium of storytelling and visual entertainment which can bring pleasure and information to people of all ages everywhere in the world. 17. Our heritage and ideals, our code and standards, the things we live by and teach our children, are preserved or diminished by how freely we exchange ideas and feelings. 18. Mickey Mouse popped out of my mind onto a drawing pad 20 years ago on a train ride from Manhattan to Hollywood at a time when business fortunes of my brother Roy and myself were at lowest ebb and disaster seemed right around the corner. 19. I always like to look on the optimistic side of life, but I am realistic enough to know that life is a complex matter. 20. I love Mickey Mouse more than any woman I have ever known. 21. Of all the things I've done, the most vital is coordinating those who work with me and aiming their efforts at a certain goal. 22. I only hope that we don't lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse. 23. I do not like to repeat successes, I like to go on to other things. 24. A man should never neglect his family for business. 25. Movies can and do have tremendous influence in shaping young lives in the realm of entertainment towards the ideals and objectives of normal adulthood. 26. Of all of our inventions for mass communication, pictures still speak the most universally understood language. 27. I would rather entertain and hope that people learned something than educate people and hope they were entertained. 28. You reach a point where you don't work for money. 29. I don't like formal gardens. I like wild nature. It's just the wilderness instinct in me, I guess. 30. I'd say it's been my biggest problem all my life, it's money. It takes a lot of money to make these dreams come true. 31. I have been up against tough competition all my life. I wouldn't know how to get along without it. 32. We have created characters and animated them in the dimension of depth, revealing through them to our perturbed world that the things we have in common far outnumber and outweigh those that divide us. 33. When people laugh at Mickey Mouse, it's because he's so human, and that is the secret of his popularity. 34. I believe in being an innovator. 35. It's no secret that we were sticking just about every nickel we had on the chance that people would really be interested in something totally new and unique in the field of entertainment. 36. We believed in our idea, a family park where parents and children could have fun together. 37. Animation can explain whatever the mind of man can conceive. This facility makes it the most versatile and explicit means of communication yet devised for quick mass appreciation. 38. Disneyland is a work of love. We didn't go into Disneyland just with the idea of making money. 39. All cartoon characters and fables must be an exaggeration, caricatures. It is the very nature of fantasy and fable. 40. Disneyland is the star, everything else is in the supporting role. 41. I try to build a full personality for each of our cartoon characters, to make them personalities. 42. You can't just let nature run wild. 43. There's nothing funnier than the human animal. 44. Animation is different from other parts. Its language is the language of caricature. Our most difficult job was to develop the cartoon's unnatural but seemingly natural anatomy for humans and animals. 45. Whenever I go on a ride, I'm always thinking of what's wrong with the thing and how it can be improved. 46. Crowded classrooms and half-day sessions are a tragic waste of our greatest national resource, the minds of our children. 47. We are not trying to entertain the critics. I'll take my chances with the public. 48. We did it Disneyland, in the knowledge that most of the people I talked to thought it would be a financial disaster, closed and forgotten within the first year. 49. I started, actually, to make my first animated cartoon in 1920. Of course, they were very crude things then and I used a sort of little puppet things. 50. We allow no geniuses around our studio. 51. Disneyland is a show. 52. I have no use for people who throw their weight around as celebrities, or for those who fawn over you just because you are famous. 53. I am not influenced by the techniques or fashions of any other motion picture company. 54. That's the real trouble with the world. Too many people grow up. 55. When you're curious, you find lots of interesting things to do. 56. Why worry? If you've done the very best you can, then worrying won't make it any better. 57. Our greatest natural resource is the minds of our children. 58. If you can dream, you can do it. Always remember that this whole thing was started by a mouse. 59. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. 60. Laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, dreams are forever. 61. First, think. Second, dream. Third, believe. And finally, dare. 62. Get a good idea and stay with it. Dog it, and work at it until it's done right. 63. We keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things, because we're curious and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. Credits to Content. WISESTEP.com